There are multiple factors involved when you think about like how devastating a particular earthquake is. More earthquakes are happening right now. The longer it goes, the more devastating it is. Okay, we've officially hit $500,000. The Turkish government has announced 7 days of national mourning. Before we get to live coverage, I'm just going to give you a brief update, okay? Here.
More than 1,500 people have been killed, and the death toll continues to rise. Flights in the region have been suspended. The initial 7.8 magnitude tremor was centered north of the Turkish city of Gaziantep. It caused destruction stretching all along Turkey's southern border from the Mediterranean eastwards.
In the past, most large earthquakes in Turkey have been on the northern part of the country, along what we call the northern Anatolian fault, so sort of east of Istanbul. There was a large earthquake there in 1999, which killed several thousands of people, and that was a much smaller earthquake. That was only a magnitude 7.
Yeah, 1999 earthquake was a magnitude 7.6, and it wasn't as deep as it wasn't as shallow, like closer to the ground as this one. And that still killed 17,000 people. Now, there are multiple factors involved when you think about like how devastating a particular earthquake is. One of the factors obviously is that was the one that I and my family was in, by the way, the one in Istanbul. Depth, frequency, magnitude, these are all very important, but it also is also about like population density and infrastructure. And unfortunately, the infrastructure is just not great on top of everything else. My friends and family are okay. Yes, I probably have relatives in directly at the heart of this, but I don't know any of them. Like I don't have any immediate family members here, okay? My mother's side is from Kilis. My mother's side is from Kilis of the family, but I've never talked to them. I have no point of contact with them, but my entire family lives in Istanbul, so they are fine. They are, hundreds of miles away. This is why quakes in California kill few people and similar sized quakes in Haiti kill millions. Infrastructure quality. Yes. A big part of this, like not having as many deaths occur during an earthquake is infrastructure. Like that's it, because even if you're on a fucking fault line, if you don't have adequate building code, if it's not up to code, they will be reduced to rubble. That's how you kill people. That's how people die. Dude, what you're seeing in front of you is also a consequence of inadequate regulation and no interest in fucking following through. You know what I mean? Like, you need to hold developers accountable. You need to hold developers accountable and ensure that they are not ensure that they're building up to code, but there is no fucking code. You know what I mean? But again, it's also devastating on top of that. Like it's already devastating. The World Health Organization estimates that as many as 20,000 people have died in this, by the way. The Turkish Twitch streamer during the earthquake? Wait, what the fuck?
Arkadaşlar çok kötü.
Was he in? Where was he? Where is this guy?
Aman Allah'ım. Arkadaşlar binayı...
The ones that are, the things that are blowing. He was in Hatay? Oh no. Yok iyi mi? Canlı mı? Oh, thank God. Holy shit. Okay, he's okay. Someone said in the comments, oh, thank God. Jesus Christ. Okay, so this is one of the fucking main areas of impact, okay? One of the cities that was absolutely reduced to fucking rubble. And this is him live streaming. And then he loses internet connection. He was under the rubble but survived. Thank God. Okay. He did the right thing, by the way. Part of the reason why he was able to survive is because he fucking immediately took cover. Dude, this shit is so normal too. Like earthquake, what you're supposed to do during a fucking earthquake is just like it's just something you're taught. Like, oh, the inside of the store. This is the one I was looking for. Yeah, this is an antique store inside of Gaziantep, I think. This I think is the best video for you to like get a better grasp of like how fucking insane and how long it is. And it goes on. Like, understand how long. If you've ever been in an earthquake, you understand that like that shit is not supposed to go for that long. Okay, like it's not supposed to shake for that fucking long. The longer it goes, the more devastating it is. Okay. This is like they're talking about the survivors from the first one from the night. And they're in the middle of the street. And then the second one that's like 7.6. The first one was 7.8. Okay, magnitude. The second one is 7.6 as an aftershock, which is incredibly. It's not even an aftershock. It's a separate one, right? It's like two in a. Like at first, the aftershock is supposed to be at least like reduced in its impact, but this one is also a 7.6. This is the second one. This is the second earthquake that happened in the middle of their coverage. So this is Dr. Celal Şengör, who is describing how this earthquake happened. Okay, I'll try to translate it as best as I can for you. He says there's two big plates. He's talking about the different fault lines and how they moved. He's basically trying to simplify how the different fault lines move different plates. And when the second Malatya earthquake happened, it basically created this major gap in between the Arabic plate, Adana plate, and the Anatolia plate.
7.8.
That was the first one is the 7.8 one that moved the plates from Adana and the Arabic plates in that direction, and then the second one happened while the Anatolia plate was compensating for the move. And that area, the site, like the most devastating site of impact, would be Kahramanmaraş, which is like where a lot of the devastation occurred.
Kahramanmaraş Ovası.
Another one occurred, 5.4 magnitude in the process. So the more earthquakes are happening right now. As all of the fault lines or all the tectonic plates are trying to resettle. I know I'm following what's going on, and two new ones happened just now.
Trying to figure out what's
happening.
There you
go, 130 grand.
It's really important to mention that tremors are still.
And
we've also cracked 200K, I think.
The extraordinary demonstration of generosity.
Despite the fucking DDoS
of the
shit.
people.
An earthquake happens. We also officially reached 300,000. Congratulations. So many people pulled in. Yeah, we started, 4 hours ago? 4 hours ago we started. And now, we've officially hit $500,000 in 4 fucking hours.